RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
Uh-oh, wait, hold on. There's the button. Hi, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is Tara Devlin, unapologetic liberal talk on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, and humanity. And thank you so much for hanging out. I see the chat room is filling up at youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster. So that's looking good. If you want to hang out in the chat room with the greatest chat room in American history, that's where you can find us. And I see your question. What's my favorite food? Do I have a favorite food? I don't really know. It changes on occasion. It changes. I basically eat the same thing again and again until I get tired of it, and then I move on to something else. What am I eating? I'm eating a lot of potatoes lately. The food of my people. So thank you for asking. That's very, very nice of you to ask. What's your favorite food? I also I really like vegetarian duck. That's good. That's like a treat. So that I give myself, Thai food. All right. What else? The show is whatever. You can become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. If you want to keep the show going and growing, it helps. Otherwise, we have to just do it the way it's being done, which is, hey, I do a show when I can do a show. I want to do a daily show at a set time. At this moment, we're doing a show on Fridays. Friday evening is our set time. Around the 8:30 vicinity, 8:30. I try to, because I'm only saying 8:30 because I try 8 o'clock. And as you can see tonight, I was trying for 8 o'clock and it ended up 9 because it's just me. I'm a one-man band. We have a producer who's a cat, so that doesn't help much. And when I was trying to start the show, just shit happens. Like, I got logged out of some account and blah, blah, blah. Now I have to log back in and my password's not working and I have to figure out what is my password, so I have to reset it, That's what happened now. What else? It's very hot in this apartment. I don't know why. I guess it's very hot out. I have air conditioner. And here comes the producer. Nobody look him in the eyes. Okay, yeah, he's right there. Don't say anything. Oh, Christ. Oh, good. He's going to lay down. Good. So, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, or on Rokfin.com. You can join Rokfin. And what else? We are also, Patreon.com. Patreon.com/Tara Devlin. And also APS Radio News. I'm honored to be one of the newer affiliates of APS Radio News. Thank you for hosting me over there, Charlie. It means a lot. And I just say, hey, man, check it out. Check out APS Radio News. All right, we have a lot to talk about. Look at this chat room. Thank you. Thank you, Jim, already with your super chat. Oh, as always, the chat room is really, you're way ahead of me already. I haven't even begun talking, and you guys are like, that's great. So, like I said, come on over to youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster. Yes, I know, right? The producer's turned his back on us. Good. You know what he's doing? You know why? There's a feather. See? This is very tempting to him. I'm not sure what bird this is from. I've had this feather for a very long time. It might be an eagle feather. But he loves it. See? He loves that feather. So I think that's what he was doing. He was looking at the feather and deciding whether he should attack it. So, all right. What's my favorite outfit? What are you talking about? Jonathan, my favorite outfit. This you're talking about? This the thing that I wear? It's my uniform. So I don't know. My favorite outfit is a t-shirt and some sweatpants. That's my favorite outfit. All right, let's see. Where to begin? Oh yeah, and Poppy's calling in tonight, so we're gonna have some Poppy, some Popalicious comedy, and also just Poppy spiritual salve, I suppose. I don't know. I love talking to Poppy because she gives me hope. You know, I'm too much in my own head. And all right, so well, speaking of being in my own head, tonight. Let me just say, have you been watching the Alex Jones trial? And I did. I've been watching it, and it's the things that struck me. This is what I want to talk about tonight. I wanted to talk about that. The Alex Jones trial, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to go in depth on it, but just to give you my feelings about it. And then I also wanted to talk about Trump and the golf course, his dancing on the graves of Americans, and also the fact that that the Republicans, that they hate America. Okay, I mean, they hate America. They prove me right every single day. They hate America, and they hate the Jesus they pretend to worship, yet they want to shove this Jesus down our throat. And it's not really about shoving Jesus down our throat, as we know. It's about authoritarianism. And their fake Christianity is another way in. But, yeah, I mean, just to start, I was watching the Alex Jones trial today, and I was struck yet again at how vile Republicans are, as a lot. And I guess that's what makes me, that's what gets me depressed in life, that there are normal people, who are emotionally mature. I mean, not that everybody has, we're all up and down at different times, but and no one's perfect, clearly. But I don't understand how people make a living out of being scum. Just absolute and utter scum. How much money do you need, Alex? Obviously, he knows he's a fucking liar, right? First of all, he looks like shit, too. That's the other thing, which goes to show, I mean, hey, I'm not trying to be superficial. I'm just saying that he does not look healthy. He looks like somebody who is suffering. As somebody in recovery, and I have friends, obviously, because I hang out with recovering people. I have friends in recovery. And sometimes, because I hang out in the rooms of recovering people, you meet people at different levels of recovery. Some people aren't recovering at all. They're just coming in to try to get some help. And people are at different levels and different stages of this. And he looks like somebody who is in active addiction, I mean, I'm just putting my own, perspective on it. He is a sick and suffering dirtbag. But it's like, it's the same thing of like I was, when, what's his face? When Rush Limbaugh was alive, before he went to burn in hell. I thought when he blew his eardrums out, from opioids, I thought, well, maybe he'll do some work on himself. But of course not. He came out as much of a disgusting traitor, or more, even more so than he went in. And but the thing is, Alex, I don't even know, like, what is there hope for these fucking people? If you don't change, if you never see the error of your ways, if you are such a vile person that how much more disgusting can a human being get? And I don't want to know. I really don't want to know the answer to that question, frankly. But then lying about dead children, murdered children. Not only, and why? Why are you lying about these murdered children? Because it triggers on every level. Wait, hold on. Shit. Lower this. On every level. I don't need that tonight. Just for the beginning and end. Okay. Because it's like, why are you lying about this? You're lying about it because you're a greedy scumbag. So you're not even doing it sincerely. You know what you're doing is a lie. And one of the mothers of the children made dead, prematurely dead by conservative policies, confronted him right to his face. And she said right to his face, you will do this again. And he shook his head no. And she said, well, what do you mean? You did it again today. Every day he lies about this. But how much, how much money will it take? How much will be enough? Will it ever be enough to stop being disgusting? Because on every level it's vile, because he knows he's a liar, but he lies anyway. He's hurting people going through the most horrific experience that anyone could ever imagine. There's absolutely zero empathy for other people. And that's why he looks like shit, frankly, right? Because people who love themselves and are happy, well, do you look like Alex Jones? Now, of course, we've had some epiphanies on the air here when we were going over him attacking trans people. It hit me. This guy's fucking trans, like somewhere in there, because he hates himself. He's in the closet, and of course, our friend Robin is like, I don't know, why am I getting all these ding, ding, ding on my phone? Is like, don't make, because Robin is trans, for those who don't know. Of course, people, you know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying for people who don't know the show. Robin's like, don't give Alex Jones to us. But I just think there's something there. He hates himself on such a level. And, the hyper masculinity, the, just being a dirtbag, that kind, not that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm putting my foot in my mouth. I'm just saying that he is such a hateful, it hits the level of being a closet case and that kind of self-loathing. So it made me wonder. And so watching Alex Jones, I don't know if you saw the judge. Okay, let me get my thoughts straight. It's like we all have to be adults. And that's what I'm sick of. You know what I mean? I am sick of Republicans because they get to behave like infants, like overgrown toddlers having a tantrum. And everybody has to speak to them like they are 2 years old. Everyone has to take the high road. We all have to be like, oh, well, we don't stoop to their level. And even the mother who endured and is enduring the grief daily, knowing her son being murdered needlessly, in this vile, fucked up country. Not only does her son get killed in school, but there's no remorse. In fact, Alex Jones, at the time of Sandy Hook, I know the cat is licking his, well, now he's not licking his spot. He's licking his feet. Okay, now he moved up. He moved up the ranks. But yeah, during the time of Sandy Hook, Alex Jones said, "I'm sorry, your dead kid doesn't trump my rights," right? If I'm getting that correctly. Let's see. Alex Jones. See, now all this other stuff's gonna come up. Sandy Hook. Which I remember this at the time. Your dead kid. Well, now he says it's 100% real, of course. Doesn't negate, or I'm sure he wouldn't say negate though. Doesn't trump your dead kid. What a piece of dirt. But everywhere you look, you see, is there's no sincerity in what he's doing. He doesn't really believe that the Sandy Hook massacre was a false flag. But he spreads that misinformation to morons, and then the world gets sicker. They never add anything to humanity, Republicans. Never. They never. Well, I mean, really, will somebody show me? Do they add something? Do they bring anything to the table? Wait, hold on a second. All right, honey. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see that shit. All right. At least you can be a little private, producer. But yeah, so not only do they add the pain to the parents, they add pain to the country, to the world, and then they seed the ground for further massacres, and also turn the American people against each other. Because that's what they think we're doing, right? That's what they think people have time for. That we're not just going through our days trying to live this fucking life in spite of, the bullshit Republicans are always springing on us. But we're coming up with false flags? For what? So they can, we want to take their guns, right? And this is the problem, too, with these Republicans. Their entire, the misinformation that Alex Jones spreads. Your dead kid doesn't trump my rights or whatever. And putting out this bullshit that, just the misinformation there about the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is not... isn't there. It wasn't put in place, and it doesn't mean that everyone can walk around with an assault weapon. That's not the Second Amendment. So it says right there, well-regulated militia. I don't think the monster who killed the children at Sandy Hook Elementary School was a well-regulated militia. And nobody with a sane brain cell left thinks that. But watching Alex Jones, it makes me so sad, frankly, because the people watch him. How much do you have to hate yourself to be a fan of Alex Jones? How ugly and evil and vile do you have to be? But that's who they are, you see? That's who they are. And, I was, well, this is has nothing real. I mean, it's not comparable to Sandy Hook, but what I tell you whatever. I was on that stupid next door neighbors app, whatever the fuck, and somebody posted something. It's like a glimpse. It's a glimpse into the world of the mind. See, the thing about that neighbors next door, I'm sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Is that you have to be civil, right? And Republicans can't help themselves. So they're really down on incivility on this app. But they can't help it. They just can't help it. So someone posted on there that her son was having a hard time finding a job, and can anybody help her? And he's really struggling, and said something like, for some reason he can't even get food stamps, something like that. That's what she said. And some piece of shit responded, food stamps, are you kidding me? Something like that. And like really just started shaming this person for that, and that pissed me off, And so I just responded. I didn't I didn't call the guy out. And I was like, I'm sure this is a very stressful time, and I wouldn't, don't feel bad using the social safety net if you need it. I for one, am happy that I live in a civilized country that doesn't let people starve in the streets. So that's what e pluribus unum is all about, not leaving anybody behind. So, I was just trying to be nice to this person. She didn't need to be shamed. But, and then this fucking asshole writes back in all caps, shame on you, like meaning me, that you haven't seen people... something like, obviously you haven't seen people buy in McDonald's with their food. I mean, just going on about what people are buying. First of all, who cares? What do you care? You know what I mean? These same people who complain about somebody getting food stamps, so somebody's getting $16 fucking in food stamps. Oh, and they don't deserve it. Whoopee fucking doopy. You know what I mean? I said, turn your anger at where it belongs. At the top. How about the people who don't pay taxes? Zero taxes. The corporations, like, fuck off. Basically, I was saying, in a nice civilized way. But this is what I mean. It's always about like. Somebody's getting away. You haven't seen this person. Everybody's getting over. Like, fuck you. And it's like, you're living, this is the world they live in. This very tiny, small, sad, and ugly world. That's the world of a right-winger. It really is. It's, we're out here committing false flags, right? This is what we got to do with our time. We're trying to keep our heads above water. Some of us, in spite of living in the richest country on earth, where the rich get richer, and the 80% of the American people can't save 400. What is not that? Wait, no, excuse me, I'm getting it wrong. 80% are living check to check. It's over 50% can't save $400. Okay. Which is not, it's not the recipe for democracy. But let's pick on somebody who needs food stamps. Food stamps, right? But you see how the hate and the manipulation and the people like Alex Jones have so screwed up this country, have screwed up the minds of these very sad people. I mean, they have to be. And this is what we talk about when what it really comes down to is racism, right? and division, frankly. And, and then so Alex Jones can go out there and attack Sandy Hook parents to the point where the people, the parents testifying, saying how people driving by their house with making gun noises and, screaming out the window. This is what you need, right? This is what that's what they need as they're grieving their dead children. It makes me sick. I don't know. And worse than that, it makes the whole goddamn country sick. So we have people like that at each other's, at the throats of parents who lost their children senselessly because of freaks like Alex Jones, who think that everybody should have an assault weapon because they have to be afraid of their fellow Americans. Because, some have darker pigment, some are getting over. So, they have such suspicion and hatred for their fellow Americans. Frankly, I really do wish they would just go away. Go into your cellars and lock the door and don't come out. We'll tell you when it's safe. You stay there because you're too scared. You're too cowardly. Clearly, you can't go to the grocery store without your assault weapon. Because where do you live? You say they hate this country. They hate it. And they turn it into where we're supposed to hate each other. Because they're so goddamn dumb. Thanks to people like Alex Jones. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the chat. They're saying how much he made. How much did he make? What was it? $800,000 or something? What was that? Oh, no, he claims bankruptcy, Whoa. Wait. A day? Holy shit. You see what I mean? And I'm like, here, please become a patron. Fucking see what I'm saying? It's depressing. Isn't it depressing? It is. It is depressing. I mean, God. But, okay, hold on a second. I'm just trying to find this clip. Oh, God. Where is it? Oh, I guess I don't have it. Damn it. I was going to play the clip from the one of the parents on the stand with Alex Jones. But the point is, I guess we don't really need to see it, because the point is that, she's explaining to him. It reminded me of a child, of a mother talking to a child. And that's the way it is with Republicans. They're children. They're emotionally stunted, spiritually stunted children who lack the maturity to function in a free democratic society that they can only pretend to love. That's why, so we're all over the place, and I know that Poppy's going to be calling in soon. So, but I'm sure you saw that Marjorie Taylor Greene is. I can't find it. Play Dave is asking. Show it. I'll see if I can dig it up. But I thought I had exported it, but now I don't seem to find it. But anyway, so Marjorie Taylor Greene she's because here's the thing: they're morons. They do not understand history. They don't understand reality. That's for sure. And that's why they are confused about America. That not only do they hate America, they really do hate America. And I'm not just saying that to be hyperbolic. They hate America because they hate the very thing that this is supposed to be. This is a This is the progressive antidote to intergenerational aristocracy. I'm sorry to break it to you, fascists, but that's the way it is. That's why they have to pretend that it was founded by a bunch of Christians who, for some unknown reason, wanted to fight a revolution against the intergenerational aristocracy to create an intergenerational aristocracy here. Forget everything that they ever said, wrote, or put down on paper. It's all about, the freedom, I guess, to not give a shit about anybody else but yourself. Forget about the fact that the founders gave us the national motto of E pluribus unum, right? Yes, in all their hypocrisies, they still understood somewhere in there, they knew that eventually America would at least try to live up to her ideals, But the Republicans, in the meantime, this is why they go after education. They go after all of the pillars of democracy, so they can interject their own version of what they think. It's not even that they think it; they know. First of all, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a moron, and that's why when that's why she doesn't understand the terminology of white nationalism. That's why she's like, I'm a national. I'm a Christian nationalist. She's now selling shirts and merchandise that says, to embrace your Christian nationalism, right? Because they can't help but prove me correct in one sense, but they also don't understand the bloody, abhorrent, anti-American, anti-democratic history of Christian nationalism, and the fact that this is not a Christian nationalist country. It's a pluralistic country, that it is a progressive, it's a liberal country. It's a country that is birthed in the liberal age of enlightenment, not in the the tiny world of a church and state intertwined. But she's a moron who we went through her whole history. Another show, we did a show about Marjorie Taylor Greene and how she is a moron. And in fact, just pretty much right before she started running for office, because she fell down a Q hole. Only a few years ago, she became interested in politics because she somehow stumbled upon Q, the QAnon cult, the idiocy, and she latched onto it like she latched onto CrossFit. Right before that, there was nothing about politics. It was all CrossFit and sleeping with, outside of her marriage because she's such a great Christian. But so she's like, okay, well, I'm a Christian. And I love my nation, so that must mean I'm a Christian nationalist. That's how infantilism. It's infantilism. It really is. That they lack the maturity, much less. They lack much less the emotional maturity, the spiritual maturity, their knowledge of history. None of it. They lack it all. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
And how many Christians do we have here? So you see, I also call myself a Christian nationalist. And that's not a bad word. That's actually a good thing, right? And there's nothing wrong with leading with your faith, because we should lead with our faith. Because if we're doing that,
you have no
then we're
faith.
doing the right thing. Doesn't mean we're perfect. It just means we're doing the right thing. And I think that's what the Republican Party needs to be about.
Oh my God. It's like listening to a rake scratch across a chalkboard. All of them. But that's who they are. They're dumb. Oh, here, let me show you. She's showing, it's on Truth Social. Where is it? She's selling look at her. What a dumb bitch. Oh, that's not me. Proud Christian nationalist. You're a fucking moron. Stand against the godless left. Look at her with her fists up. Well, at least she didn't have a gun this time. That's because of all those loony liberals. You know what I can't stand? Another thing I can't stand about them, one of the things they always say is like, we're not supposed to say this. We're not supposed to say that. They're always saying how they're not supposed to say something, but yet they're saying it. Who's telling you you're not supposed to say shit? You know, you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want. And we're allowed to have a reaction to it and a response to it. You don't get to be like an infant bull in an infant's china shop, right? That's what they want. That's exactly what they want. They want they want us. It's like, the party of personal responsibility. They don't want to take any responsibility for their actions or behaviors. That's what it is. It's like, and then they're like, oh, we're not supposed to say this. Well, you could say it. Say it. Say it. That's another thing. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Before Poppy gets in here. That's another thing about them. So at the Trump, the sparsely attended Trump golf jamboree. I don't even know. What do you call it? Wait, hold on. Did I close out the call-in studio? Which was an embarrassment to them. I mean, good. That they were selling tickets to this Trump dancing on the graves of American golf tour. They were selling tickets for $1. But they still, why don't you just give them away at that point? But they still had to sell tickets. You see what I mean? Because there's nothing is worth doing with the Republicans unless somebody can make a buck. And literally a buck. That's how desperate they are. Just give them away. It would be less embarrassing to give them away than to sell them for $1. Right? But during this disgraceful golf tournament, you have Obama who kills Osama bin Laden, and then Joe Biden kills the number 2 Al-Qaeda. And what does Trump do? Right? He invites the fucking Saudis in. He invites the Taliban to Camp David on September 11th. Remember that? Because they're traitors. But during this golf debacle, they broke out in a chant of "Let's go, Brandon," right? Which is another infantile rant from people who basically, just by doing that chant, and for those who don't know, and I'm sure everybody knows who's watching the show, it's their emotionally stunted adolescent way of saying "fuck Joe Biden." And there's a video of the chant breaking out. "Let's go, Brandon." Here it is. It's so annoying, this "Let's go, Brandon" thing, because it's babyish.
Let's go, Brandon! Let's go, Brandon!
Look, there's like nobody there either. And Trump looks like shit. That's what made me feel, at least, maybe there's hope yet that he'll be meeting Satan soon. And there's the former so-called president of the United States encouraging a chant of fuck Joe Biden, basically. I mean, and that's all you got, Republicans. That's all you got. You bring nothing to the table. The emotional immaturity, the spiritual immaturity, on every level, they are unfit. And these unfit bastards want power. And they want it by any means necessary. That's the problem. Well, let's get Poppy here. Let's get Poppy up in this bitch. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Look at this picture in the meantime. Oh, Tucker Carlson, Trump, and perjury traitor Greene. They make me sick. All of them. But worse than making me sick, they make the entire country sick. That's the problem. I'm sorry. Hold on there, Poppy. I'm trying to find... I can't find you. Poppy? Poppy?
Yes.
Yes. How you doing, Pops? Popsicles?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Listening to you.
Poppy Champlin, everybody.
Night.
Oh, good.
You say some funny shit.
Oh,
man.
good. I hope so.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, good.
I mean, you say real live, important shit, but you also say funny things while you're saying.
I hope you should be writing it down. I need to put it in my act.
Oh yeah, to know which one. Okay. Well, it's funny. The chat is about unbelievably that Trump buried Ivana. I mean,
yes.
How is he in charge? Why aren't the 3 children involved with that? Isn't that
know. Did you see the grave? Wait, hold on. I know I have the picture here somewhere. I couldn't believe it when I first saw the picture. It was on Twitter. I thought this is a joke. Like somebody photoshopped this.
Right.
Right. But it's real. It's absolutely real. It's this. Let me find it.
She must be so.
Oh.
I mean, I did finally write a joke, but she must be so teed off.
Oh. Hi-yo.
Donald Trump, what are you doing? I can't believe you're betting me on a golf course. What is your problem?
Right? Oh. I mean, the indignity, the insult, and the indignity.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just there's nothing there. What? Why? Why? She's just like
because he can get a tax write-off now.
Yep. He
That's
can
it.
Get Yeah,
he's just using her for a tax write-off.
Oh my God! Just bury her on a golf course. It's so vile. It's so and the. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
But I did read too that. He's going to be buried there, too.
Well, that's what he says, right?
His whole family
that's
on
what he said.
Course,
he wants
right?
everybody to be buried there. But it's just, I mean, and did you see the marker, the grave marker? I'm just trying to find this
tiny
picture. And it's just, I mean, what did they have to pay by the letter or something? Because it's just, it's just like her name and the date. Like it's just so impersonal looking. And here we go. Wait, I found it. Oh my God. I really did think it was somebody had photoshopped it because it's so
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, they should all be embarrassed.
It's so nothing.
And I mean, you're thinking about these fucking people.
I can't believe they didn't say anything.
Right. It's like all of them had to be in on it because that's your mother too, right? Like, don't you?
It's my mother.
That's your mother.
That is your mother at T number 1.
Right.
And counting.
Like, don't you have any decency? They don't. But see, that's the other thing. When I saw the grave, the picture of the grave, I thought, of course they do this because they don't they don't realize how offensive it is. Like that it is just viscerally like bad. It's you don't treat. I wouldn't bury my dog like this. You know what I mean? It's like you just throwing her on a golf. Right? It's like there's.
I didn't even know that you really had the right to do that. Like, don't you have to dispose of somebody's remains in a way that people are? It's condoning something.
Right.
I don't know. Don't you have to follow any rules?
You do. I think he probably had to go through some kind of approval process. I'm sure he did. And so, wait. I have a good picture. I just found this. Is this photoshopped? I can't tell. Wait, hold on. No, where is it? Wait, no. Damn it! I have too many windows open. This is the problem too. Hold on. Close that. Here it is. Can you see this? Are you looking at the screen? That's
for nothing up.
No. Oh wait, it's coming. This is like a. It's like a little bit of delay.
Something.
You see? Is that for real? Is that real? That can't be real.
I'm just seeing your screen with a lot of.
You're just seeing my screen?
I don't know what that is. Oh, here it comes. It comes. Okay. Oh my God! Horrendous! Look, there's a golf court cart.
That's what I mean. I wonder, like, is that a joke? See, I can't tell if somebody photoshopped that picture.
Yeah, I
but
think
maybe.
they did.
Wait. No, I don't think so. If this is in the International Business Times, no, that's a real photo. That's a real.
Come on.
That's not like on some scam site. You know what I mean? That's on That's on the International Business Times.
So
Holy
people can
shit.
run over her?
Yeah, look at that. And the caption is Ivana Trump was buried near the first hole of Trump National Golf Course.
Yes.
Look at that. Not even like any marker, or something, a bench, you know? Like where you can go sit and visit your mama. I mean, they're so horrible. They are horrible people. And, you didn't, like, that's your mother. This is what you do to your mother?
Yeah. But,
wow.
The coffin was beautiful. Did you see the coffin?
It was just gold. It was just tacky gold.
Yeah, I mean, who's ever seen a gold coffin before? I've never ever seen that.
It was probably old. It wasn't gold for real. You better believe that.
No, I'm sure.
It's just fucking spray paint. Probably. It's probably like a wooden casket.
That was pretty special, that coffin.
Fuck that. Special.
Casket.
They look like shit.
Just get a casket, a really gold casket.
Everything, but just gold casket. Shut up with your gold. You got nothing gold.
Casket, I know.
They're they're tacky. They are the definition of gilded. Nothing. Fake rusty shit underneath, like this tacky veneer. It's not anything that's I mean they're everything about them is shit. They're horrible. And that's the thing. It's when I first saw this and normal people saw it, everybody was appalled. And the thing is the fact that they do it, because they must think this is normal, right? Because they did it. They all did it. All the kids, she had 3 kids for that fucking con man.
Yeah.
So, there's 3 kids, right? I mean, they all have a say, wouldn't you think? Especially Ivanka, who apparently, he listens to. He made her a goddamn advisor. So wouldn't she be like, no, that's our mother, and I'm not putting her near the fucking first hole. And look at this, look at this tacky... This sad marker, I mean, there's nothing there. There's nothing. There's not a statue, not an angel, not a bench, nothing. Just nothing there.
Nothing. Nothing.
Just walk over her, roll over her with your golf, right? That's why they have it flat, probably, so it doesn't interfere with your game. You know?
Oh, they're gonna have to cut right over it with the cutting,
right.
I guess.
Right, they'll just drive right over it. Who cares? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
drive over it with your clubs. Yep.
Oh,
they're just horrible.
One of your people in the chat room said that the children wouldn't have spoken up because then it would have been cut out of the will.
That's true. That's true. Anybody who defies the beast. Well, let's say because they have nothing. They all suck, you know. I mean, they just have nothing. They're not capable of standing on their own 2 feet, and they are the epitome of born on third base, you know, thinking they hit a triple. Right? I mean, what is Donald Trump Jr.?
That's a
like,
good one.
I didn't make that up. That's a who was that?
I like
from?
that.
Born on third. Who? Oh, that was the Texas governor, the former Texas governor, Ann Richards. Yes, she's the one who said that.
Oh, okay.
Poor George. About George Bush, born on third base, thinking he hit a triple.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is in real time, but I'm looking at MSNBC and that girl Carrie Lane in the lead in Arizona.
What? Well,
no,
like
they female Donald Trump.
Oh yeah. Well, this is just for the. This is just. It's not the. I mean, it's just for the primary. So what? It is disturbing. Yeah, she's not gonna.
It is disturbing.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
So she can run. That's the kind of thing.
Yeah, she's gonna run. She's gonna be the Republican nominee. I mean, it's disturbing that these, these traitors and freaks are all winning their prime. Not all, but many of them.
It's crazy.
It just goes to show. Well, on one hand, it's okay. I feel like, okay. So this is how I feel about it, because it's sort of like with Donald Trump, though. That's why I'm saying it with trepidation, because when everybody was like, "Oh, Hillary's a shoo-in" and all, and this is what they're saying, like, "Oh, don't get too comfortable. You never know." And maybe that's good that nobody gets too comfortable, but see, this is the world after Trump, it's the world that it's after January 6th, and the normal people of this country are appalled by him. It's really true. I mean, Trump is right in one sense that he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and not lose any supporters, but it's like Hitler, but that's like Hitler's support, I mean, there's a 35% of people in general, human beings, are authoritarian followers, right? So it's just a personality trait. So that's the 35%.
How many? What's the percentage?
35%. Yeah, they're authoritarian. Yeah. And but that's why that's why I think Trump's approval never falls below that certain level, because it's just, that's who they are. It's like there's a bunch of freaks and racists, and hey, there's nothing we can do. Every country has people like this. You just don't give them power. Right, and this is why they're going for overturning election. I mean, it's scary if they win. Now, if they winning the primary is one thing, but winning in the election, it would be a disaster. It really would for democracy. It really would. I mean, this should be a wake up call for everyone who is a patriot and a normal person, and somebody who understands what is really at stake. It's a problem. Like that bitch, the Arizona, the woman you just talking about, Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake. Yeah.
She's talking about how everything's stolen now, right? But she won. So they asked her, "What are you talking about?" So is it stolen? How can we trust your election if it's stolen?
Right.
Exactly. But this is the thing. This is what they do. They're like, well, and then she says, I won't, I'm not telling you because you're the fake media and all that. This is their whole strategy, right? It's like,
it's so childish.
I hate
it's like,
them.
I know you are, but what am I?
Exactly. You're fake.
And there's no fight. There's no fighting that. You can't.
No.
You can't fight. I know you are, but what am I?
No, exactly. That's why you just have to. We have to call them out and beat their asses without apology. Just beat the, legally and peacefully. And that's. I mean, that's what I hope.
Legally and peacefully.
Yeah. I mean, beat them, in elections. We got to beat their asses and beat them. I mean, oh God, I'm just scared about.
Yeah.
It does make me scared, but I mean, like this thing with the bill that the Democrats are poised to pass, except we're all waiting for fucking Kristen Sinema, that bitch.
Oh my God!
I hate her.
Do?
I hate her.
Oh,
she better. I
scared.
I wish they hadn't announced it, frankly. Before. Now I wonder though. I guess they announced it thinking that it would push her maybe to vote for. I mean, well, like fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, Kristen Sinema.
How can she be?
I hate her.
Rude that she can hold this thing
I know.
up. One person.
Yeah, one
that
horrible
so
person. She's a horror show.
Yeah.
And they're really lobbying her.
What they gave Joe Manchin so that he finally came over and was okay with
his pipeline, right?
Right. So it's like, okay, we're going to have climate change.
Right.
I mean, you're going to try and fix the climate, but first we have to give this guy all of this dirty shit to wreck the planet some more.
Exactly. And that's why, the young people are like, what a shit show we're leaving these young people. It's like, how much longer? Or I don't. That's why like people like him, these old fuckers, like Manchin, like get the fuck out already. But whatever. I mean, the thing about Manchin, though, as we know, if not for Manchin, we wouldn't have a Democratic majority. But with friends like that, right? It's just
with Democrats like that, who needs a Republican?
I know. Except at least Moscow Mitch isn't the speaker. At least, hopefully, we can get this done. And if Kristen, that's my biggest fear, that we're gonna turn on the news one morning. It'll be like, she did it again. I hate her. Oh. And she's, she's bisexual. We always go, I can't stand. Yeah. This is the thing that really gets to me. She's just this. It's emblematic of how much of a attention whore she is. No offense to sex workers. Calling herself, the first bisexual. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? It's nothing. You're not putting your ass on the line. You're not blazing a trail. You're doing what you always do. You're looking for attention, and you're not doing anything. Like, what are you doing? That is, oh wow, whoopee doopy. You're a fucking bisexual. Like, what does that mean? Like, who cares? So what? You went to college. Wow. Like, who cares?
Yeah, right, exactly. She had an affair when she was drunk.
Exactly. Who cares? Like, it doesn't mean anything. You're not doing anything. It's like, it's so her and her stupid hair and her stupid clothes, it's like, look at me, like, look at me, I got pink hair and I'm wearing a denim. I'm like, shut the fuck up. She's so like, and this is, I'm like, and then I look at her and I'm like, this is the reason this country is gonna die because of her.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because of
How
somebody
is it
like her.
possible?
Oh, it's because I mean, God, it's just money and politics. She is a product of money and politics. First of all, well, it's a couple with her. She's a filthy liar. That's the thing. She ran as a progressive, and everything that she stands for, she's just a filthy liar. You know, like she turned around and sold out to all the corporate interests that she said she was fighting against, you know? So she was, you know, it's like as if, you know, you finally elect Bernie Sanders and he turns around and he's like, well, listen up, folks.
Give the
corporations are going to pay no taxes. Right?
Forget
You're going to forget $15 a wage, the minimum wage. You're gonna have to give us $15. You know, right?
Hey, what did you think about Pelosi going to Taiwan?
I mean, I didn't really follow too much because I don't care. And I mean, I don't really know it. It's not that I don't care. I just whatever. If you're gonna stick it to China, good.
You don't want to piss off China.
True, but like you know, fuck you, China. You know, like they want to be their own independent state. Like good. Let
fuck you, China.
Right.
Fuck you, Russia.
Next thing you know, like
fuck
the show shuts down. Like right. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, like the show just goes, boom, you know.
Exactly.
All right. Fuck you, China.
So now they're gonna fuck you, Taiwan. So now they're gonna get cyber hacked by China and the Chinese. Did you see? It's on the news. It was like battleship. All these ships were all around Taiwan now. And they're running all these.
Give me a break. I just thought that was so. It was like a baby, and they said they're gonna have war games. So what? You know, go poop your diaper. Who cares?
I know.
Right?
I know.
Like boom, boom. I'm gonna make a boom, boom now. You know, I'm so mad. It's like who cares?
I guess
like
it
shut
really
up.
isn't a big deal.
I don't know. It's like whatever. What is China gonna do? You know, I mean, what are they gonna go? They're gonna start World War III? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it just is like everyone's been talking how because Putin, you know, went into and started just taking over fucking the Ukraine, that's what China wants to do with Taiwan.
Yes, well, they already say it's part of China. That's part of the problem. And Taiwan says no, we are an independent country. So. Yeah, it's the same but different. I guess I don't know. It's but I just think like shut up. You know, it's like what the fuck, people. That's why I mean I hate Putin too. But it's like you know that's why. But
it just seems like our Secretary of Defense, whoever that guy Kirby, is that his name?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, Kirby. Yeah.
I think he just seems like he's like poking people. You know what I mean? And for us to go take out Ali Kwabi, whatever his name was, that's like
good. They should have taken him out.
20 years later. 20
well,
years
it doesn't.
later.
That takes what it takes. You know. So I don't know. Get him.
I mean, it just seems like wow. Okay.
Well, it goes to show you. That you know that it's good. I thought you know you never forget. You're gonna attack us. You might be thinking you're gonna have your morning coffee. That's what happened. He went out on the balcony and it was like boom. You know he was like what a beautiful Mark. You know, and that was the end. So
beautiful Mark. Yeah.
What a beautiful morning.
Oh, what a beautiful herring.
Hey, what's that? Right?
Yeah.
So, hey, fuck him. Fuck him. I don't care. I mean, whatever. Fuck him. Fuck him.
I mean, but doesn't it seem like we're going around trying to start a fight? You know? It's like,
I mean, that's different. What are you talking about? The guy is a friggin' Al-Qaeda. So, bye-bye. I have no love laws for fucking Al-Qaeda. Get rid of them. They're just as bad as goddamn American Al-Qaedas we got here, like perjury trade of Greene.
What if they start getting all their equipment that we have and drones that
they're not
going to
get,
and the next thing you know,
please, they're not going to. First of all, they're not going. They're not they're just a bunch of losers running around. Trying to. I mean, people who are in control or who are actually powerful, let's say, don't need to commit terrorist attacks. Do you know what I'm saying? So they don't.
Well, doesn't that?
What?
I mean,
well, that's
20 years later. It kind
of
feels like a
what do you mean?
Attack.
Are we supposed to just say like, oh, okay? Was there a statute of limitations on being a terrorist? I mean, he fucking like is a terrorist who attacked the country. So fuck that. Bye. See ya. I don't know. I mean, 20 years later,
I agree.
He still said he was like,
but I just am like, wow.
It's just good though. It's good to get rid of these people because you're going for the leadership. So then what's going to happen? Then you'll have maybe somebody will step in. I don't know. One of the things apparently that he and Osama bin Laden had done is they created a command structure in Al-Qaeda. So it would be if somebody got killed or whatever, somebody else would step into the play, but they're just they're a bunch of losers. Fuck them. I don't know. I have nothing to say about them. I hate them. Goodbye. See you. See you in hell. I don't know. I won't see you in hell. I should say hello to Rush Limbaugh. That's all. And Andrew Breitbart. That's it. They're kind of on this whatever. Yeah. What do you think? What are you gonna say? It's not like we're poking the bear or something. Fuck that. First of all, that's why.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of saying. We're poking that bear, and then we go to Taiwan and poke that bear.
Well, we're not. We didn't go to Taiwan. Nancy Pelosi went to Taiwan, and of course, it's she could do whatever the fuck she wants, but she is the third in line to the throne, of course, but. Of course the Taiwanese were appreciative of being recognized, but it's nothing. So what? And then China goes out and is like, we're having war games. It seems like a bunch of children having a tantrum. They're not.
Well, it's almost it feels like it's like North Korea. Like, now what are we gonna do? Go poke?
They're not doing anything. Yeah, who cares? What do you care? They should poke him too. I'd rather them poke him than what's his name? Trump writing him friggin' love letters. Give me a break here.
Right.
You're talking. I mean, there's two different things. You're talking about like China is like a country, obviously, and then Al Qaeda are just a bunch of loser terrorists, right? So it's like two different things. I don't know. Whatever.
Think of another topic.
Another topic? Well, we were, I don't know, now you're putting me on the spot when you're like, think of another topic. I have a lot of topics, but go give me one. Yes, please. Give me a topic.
Did you play the Mega Millions the other day?
No. I didn't.
Oh, it was up to $1 billion something. Can you
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I would have played it. I wish I knew.
Oh,
did I lose?
I got one. I think I got something. I didn't get it.
When was the?
But
the
you know what they say?
Mm-hmm.
The Mega Ball or something. The Mega Ball. The Mega Ball, whatever it's called. But it was up to $1 billion.
$1 billion. That's vile, right?
Over $1 billion. It was over $1 billion.
I would take it, but yeah, I wouldn't have to say please become a patron anymore. That would be good.
Yeah, right.
Right?
But
real.
They say that people that win these things,
yes,
some commit suicide, they go bankrupt, they go insane, they, what I mean? Like, they can't handle it.
Yes. It's true. Well, they've done studies on that. Well, it's just sort of like what we were saying about Alex Jones, and people on the chat saying how he's making $800,000 a day. Yet he is he looks like shit. He's obviously somebody who is fucked up in the head and doesn't look like a happy person. Does he behave and act like a happy person? You know what I mean? He looks horrible. They all do.
Yeah, he looks horrible.
They look awful. And,
Jim Adelberg on the chat. I think he wants to talk about the phones being erased from the agencies. That's some crazy shit.
Exactly.
Right there.
Well, they should all be fired, all of them, whoever, and they should be brought up on charges. Frankly, like there is a cover up. There's an active cover up. There is no doubt.
Yes, it's a cover up.
Yeah. Well, that's why how deep this the rabbit hole goes. That's why Pence didn't want to get in the car with the Secret Service, because some of them, some of them were in with the coup, and this is the problem.
Yes.
Yep, that's why he didn't want to go with them. Right? It's true. They were trying to, whatever they would do, who knows? God, they might have just taken him to the gallows. Who knows, right?
Right, or they wouldn't have brought him back so they could, finish the business of the people.
Right. Well, that was it. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. But it could even be worse, because the more we learn about that day, the worse it gets. Frankly, I think it gets. Because at first you're like, I remember watching it when it was on, and watching them certify the votes, and it's like, oh, what is this? I was watching MSNBC, and it's like, oh, it looks like they just whisked the vice president out of the house or out of the well or whatever, and it was like, they were just as surprised, and it was like, oh, it's what's going on, and then it was worse and worse and worse, and it's now that we've seen more and learned more about that day. It's in knowing that Trump was directly involved, and all during that time, they were the pundits on MSNBC were saying, why isn't the president saying anything? And then the other representatives were tweeting out saying, you could, say something, you can end this now or whatever. And he was silent. And everybody on the news they're like, why is Trump not, still no statement from the White House, whatever. And it's because he was waiting to see if it was successful. He was in on it. Exactly. He was. And they were going to, and this is why, that's the other thing with the Secret Service, with Cassidy Hutchinson, when she testified under oath about Trump's behavior, that she had learned firsthand that they, right after it happened, that she had learned from people who were in the car with him that Trump had tried to grab the steering wheel, and there was an altercation in the car, in the whatever they call it, the limo.
Yeah.
And
the Beast.
Yeah, the Beast, and that because he was mad that they weren't taking him to the Capitol. And
what do you think he was going to do there?
Because he was going to lead them to. He was Yes, that's what he wanted to do. This was a fucking coup.
Oh my God!
It was a coup, and in fact,
think he would have
Yes.
You think he would have led them right into the Senate?
He would have walked into the Senate. Yes, that was the plan. He would have walked right in
my God.
And said, bang, bang, gavel, gavel, I'm the fucking president. Yes, absolutely.
Whoa.
Boom, boom, boom.
Whoa, you believe that?
Absolutely. That's what they were doing. And in fact, the Secret Service, during the January 6th hearings, one of the testimonies was that the Secret Service, some of the Secret Service refused to take him there because if they did, it was no longer a protest. It was a coup. That's what they said. So, of course that's what he was doing. He wanted to be like the big fucking gorilla walking in there.
Would he have hung Mike Pence?
I don't know if he would. Well, I don't know if he would have hung. Would he have stopped them from hanging him?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, would he dangle 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then say, "All right, cut him down"?
They said that when Cassidy Hutchinson, she said that during their conversations, she was saying how the president has to stop this. This is a 25-year-old young woman, right? And there's these grown-ass men, doing nothing. And she's saying that the president can do something. The president needs to put out a tweet because there were some people who were like, this is nuts. Like, this has to stop. And not really knowing that, the whole story, I suppose, that Trump was the fucking ringleader. And apparently Mark Meadows said to her, you don't understand. He thinks, this is good. He thinks that he should be hung. That's what he said. He thinks that he should be hung.
Did?
Oh, yeah, because they said they're literally calling to hang the vice president. And then Mark Meadows said, well, you don't understand. Trump thinks he should be hung. So there you go.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I have another friend who is who's a normal person. And she said it's kind of the same thing. Like, she was like, yeah, come on, they built a gallows, but do you really think they would have done that? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
They brought weapons there. They brought zip ties. They brought, he brought the angry mob. What do you think would have happened? And in fact, they even testified. These proud fucking Nazi bastards said that they said under oath, they said, what would have happened if you got a hold of the president? They said, we would have absolutely hung him. We would have killed them. Anybody they got a hold of, they would have killed. They're not kidding around. Not everybody. So what? So some idiots are there because they're just there. They went to the stupid Stop the Steal rally. But then you got the others that are caching weapons around Washington and are there. They're the ones, thinking that this is 1776 and violence, just like back in the day, the founders and all this shit. They are. This is a coup. It's like, what more will it take to convince people? That's what I'm saying. Like my other friend who said the same thing. Well, they wouldn't really have hung them. Of course they. Why do you build a gallows, a functioning gallows? Was
it really functioning?
Of course it was. What is not functioning about a noose and a bunch of wood that is built? I mean, of course it's like, I don't know about you. I've been to many protests, some where even people got arrested for peacefully protesting, and nobody ever brought a gallows. Nobody ever brought zip ties or cattle prods or bear spray.
Yeah. That's true.
And that's the thing. That's why I can't stand these fucking people. Because it's like we can't believe our own goddamn eyes here, It's like
we can't believe our own eyes because you can't believe that Trump, would have actually
of course he would
done that.
Of course he would have. He would have
And
maybe
then he would have have ruled this country, having killed the vice president.
You think he's rational?
The American people.
He was
do you think the rest of the American people would have allowed this to happen?
I don't know.
There would have been
a
million women
I don't think so.
With the pink pussy hats, and we would have all gone in there.
Of course.
Done
but
something.
Then what? All that needs to happen for the coup to be successful is for that, like the army, the National Guard, or whatever, to follow orders, to follow these illegal orders. Would that happen? I don't know.
Would that have happened?
It might not have. I mean, because I would think, part of being an officer in any branch of the military is that you are required to refuse illegal orders. But then you have people like Mike Flynn. But you're not. It's not a. First of all, you have to follow orders, but you are also expected to think.
On your chat room's getting hacked.
It is?
Yeah, Best Adult Dating Site is coming in like a million times over and over and over. Yeah.
Where's my goddamn.
Oh, someone's deleting it. Yeah,
no, we got Haiku.
Oh,
and
you
Jim.
got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Very nice. The nudes have arrived.
The nudes.
Yeah.
The best adult dating. So, like, fuck you. God, leave me alone. Well, it happens. It's just spam.
Why do people want to do that to you?
Why do they want to put spam? It's not just me. It happens.
Why do they want to do it to this site? To your,
I don't know. They don't.
Why?
It's the Chinese government, maybe. Who knows? It's Al-Qaeda.
Smutbot, says Winston Smith. Smutbots. Is it just a bot?
It's just a bot, probably. Yeah. Nude. I mean, why are you doing? Well, I don't know. Because people. I mean, it's just like if that's what they're doing.
Thank you, Haiku.
Then we're doing it correctly. We've had people come in here that we've had other fucking bots, or assholes come in and just like post like a mile a minute, boom, 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 then we kick them out too. But this is what they do. But when they do that, it means that we're doing it right, because why would they bother us otherwise if we're not somehow getting through? You know what I mean? So whatever.
I guess.
But
congratulations! You got spammed.
You got spammed. We get chat-botted a lot. Yeah. But thank you. That's why Haiku used to be the one-man band in there doing all of the moderation, and now we have some backup, and thank you, Jim, for coming in and helping, because it's hard.
Awesome.
It's hard to do that all by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was hard for me. Right. So Haiku's on the chat's like adult dating as opposed to kiddie dating, right? It's true. Mm-hmm. Adult dating. Yes, it's true. That's kiddie dating. What were you saying?
I'm scared of AI. I don't
Artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
Why?
Like those bots. Well, they're just the way that people can control it, and then it's going to be sci-fi.
It's going to be weird.
Sci-fi pretty soon.
It is.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Well, you know what's going to happen in the future? I know. I figure this is. I think sometimes what it's going to be like in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Duh. I'm thinking. It'll be. Well, we'll be able to travel, but like we won't have to leave our houses. You know what I mean? But we won't. It'll just be like virtual reality, but we'll actually be like there. Like you're in Rhode Island, so I'll be able to visit you, but we'll sit and talk.
Wow.
But I won't. But we won't be able to touch or anything because I'll be, we'll be digitized.
Right.
And then I'll say, okay, I'll see you later, and that'll be like the end of the call or something. But it'll be more like we're in each other's presence. That's what I think, so.
But there was a movie like that. What was that movie? And so everybody ends up just lying in a bed with those headphones on.
Well, that's The Matrix.
And you just,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think it was The Matrix.
But I love The Matrix. Could be real. Who knows? But yeah, that's the other thing. Like when I was watching the Alex Jones trial today, and they were talking about a bunch of course all of his bullshit about Sandy Hook, but then they were going through all of the other conspiracies that he's, not all of them, but many, all the other things, the tragedies and things that have happened that he says are false flags or all a conspiracy. And it's just, I mean, just imagine that world that these people live in. And it's horrible. It's a horrible world that they live in, and they try to project it on us, on the world, when we're just trying to get through the day. We're just trying to pass health care and climate change policies and make this world and country function for more than just people at the top, and maybe leave a little something for the future. Right? It's just like, and then you got these fuckers, like, the way that they behave is, it's unconscionable. It is. And
what are they, just fucking bored or what?
I don't know. It's very bizarre.
What the hell is their fucking problem?
But it's like, there's a lot of, and we're talking about the 35% authoritarian followers, and that's true, right? So, but the people like Alex Jones and Trump and people like Tucker Carlson, especially, they manipulate these people, and it's really does such a disservice not only to the country, but it damages the people themselves, because if you have people that are already not that smart, right? They're not, and they're easily led, and they're easily manipulatable. You don't fill their heads with all kinds of shit that's gonna twist them up. You know what I mean? And they're robbing these people of their serenity, if nothing else. Right. Like, just leave them the fuck alone and let them live. And that's why it's like, it is political malpractice. It's also spiritual malpractice, and it's human malpractice. Just to like manipulate people like this, to make them. Is that a dog I hear? You have a dog?
That's weird. Yeah.
What?
I'm not hearing a dog.
Oh, I heard a dog. Oh my God.
Oh.
Do you have a dog?
I don't. I had one for a day, and it just brought too many ticks into my house, and it was pissing all over the place, and it was just a horrible dog, and I got rid of it.
Oh, well. There are other dogs. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
You should get a cat.
One day,
a dog.
Maybe a cat.
Yeah, cats.
Maybe a cat.
Cats are.
Junior.
They're all good. Yeah, everybody's good. Junior's good.
All right.
Yeah. But so it's
I'm
like,
gonna check. I'm gonna check out.
All right, mother. Mother
all right,
Eppa.
lady.
All right. Well, thank you, Poppy, for calling in. What?
All right. Yes,
thank you,
yes,
Poppy.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you for having me on. And
we'll
thanks
talk
everybody
later.
in the chat room.
I will.
All right. Very
I'll thank them for you personally. All right. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Poppy. Poppy Champlin, everybody. The amazing Poppy Champlin. Comedian extraordinaire. And good friend. Thank you. Yes. And well, let's see. Where was I? And so I thank you, Poppy. I really appreciate you calling in. It's always nice. It's a breath of fresh air, frankly, and I'm sure everybody else feels the same. because who needs to hear me rant constantly? So it's great to get a different perspective. So, and also keep it lighthearted a little bit, right? So thank you. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Jim, for your super chat, of course. And also thank you, Errol, for your super chat. When will Republic clowns ever gonna see that? Wait. I have to try this again. When will Republic clowns ever gonna see that the nobody wants absolutely nothing to do with them, nor live in their world of idiocracy? Isn't that true? It's true. Nobody wants to deal with them, and this is the thing, and this is what I was going to say to Poppy, but she wanted to get the hell out of. She wanted to bug off. She wanted to fuck off back to wherever. I don't know. She wanted, she just wanted to go ahead and get the hell out of here. That's her prerogative. So, but I was going to say, but I'll say it to you guys, is that, and I see Poppy in the chat, so maybe Poppy can answer in the chat too. That. Okay. We were talking about the grave of Ivana Trump, and what an insult, what an indignity. That's the word I'm struggling for. And let's imagine if Obama did that to his mama, of course, not his ex-wife, because he only has one wife at this time. All I remember is these Republicans going after Obama. They found some supposed brother of Obama, some long-lost brother. Remember? And how, this is why I can't stand the Republicans. If only they... turned, to quote Hannibal Lecter, that high-powered perception, turn that on themselves. Is that Hannibal, or is that the Jodie Foster character, Clarice? But you know what I'm saying. Turn that high-powered perception on yourself, please. Let me see. Obama brother. This is why, the entire Obama presidency, having to endure the non-stories of the way Obama, supposedly President Obama was disrespecting his brother, or making him live in the depths of despair and poverty, and look at them. Look at the Republicans. Look at Trump. Who would bury their mother like that and say nothing and think that's normal? Who would do that? I mean, Trump, the most vile human being on the planet, one of them, and they worship him. And he can do no wrong, but for anybody with normal eyes and normal brain, what does he do right? Somebody show me. Has Trump, what has he ever done for this world? Anybody? I'll talk about it on the show. All I see is the hypocrisy and the indecency and inhumanity that he brings to the table. And one good thing about the way this golf thing that just happened is that he also looks horrible, that's good news. That's hope, right? That's the hope. We should put. I should do that. I'd make a graphic of Trump looking the way he looked, which was pretty horrific, and put hope underneath it. I might do that. Right, hold on. Let me see. Trump golf horrible. Let's see what comes up. That would be well, yeah. Oh my God. Let's look at these pictures together. Hold on. Google Chrome. Here we go. Ugh, God. Look at all these horrible photos. And the lies. Nobody's gotten to the bottom of September 11th. Nobody, except everybody, except the FBI and the CIA. And they, oh look, it's not high res. He looks like shit. And they're the mania of the Republicans, the way they worship this guy and the graphics that they make with him as like a muscle man. And here's the reality. You know what I mean? It's like, that's your dude. Own it. But they have to build him up and build up this bullshit. He must have gained a lot of weight. He looks a bit more well fed since he left obviously because he's eating emotionally, right? That's what it's about. He's stuffing his feelings with food. And hey, we've all been there. But like, don't give me this bullshit that he's a muscle man standing on a tank. That remember when that his doctor gave him a physical saying he was the greatest physical specimen he ever examined. Really? Is that the case? Because he certainly has gone to pot in only about less than a year. Ironically, and not so coincidentally, according to Dr. Jackson's, otherwise known as Dr. Feelgood. He's the one that was passing out opioids to everyone in the White House. But according to his the summary of this con man's physical health, he was 1 pound below what would be considered obese. Obviously, that's a lie. And everything about this bullshit is a lie. And and we've talked about this when Trump was squatting in the White House despite receiving fewer votes. How sick it is. He's sick. The Republicans are sick. But what does it say about us that we have to go along with the game? Right? Not only does this scumbag, this tax cheating, draft dodging, wannabe dictator, serial bankrupt con man get to squat in the White House despite receiving fewer votes, but then we all have to pretend like he's fit. We all have to be respectful to him. We have to play hail to the chief when he walks through the room. Right? And that says a lot about how off the rails this country is. It's a mass delusion, or was at the time. I don't know what you can say about the Republican Party now, except that they can't go the way of the Whigs fast enough. They had their opportunity to nullify this dirtbag, this con man. They knew he was a con man from the jump. Right out of the gate, when they were all vying to squat in the White House despite receiving fewer votes. They all said he is a con man. But but the entire society has to go along with it. Vile. Absolutely vile. And yeah, well, the only good thing is that he don't look long for the world. And the Republicans apparently are, that's what they're hoping too. According to whatever inside sources, they say that the Republican plan for Trump is to hope he dies. They're just waiting for him to die. So then they can lionize him, you see? They can rewrite history about him. They can all claim to be taking his mantle and running with it. As if, and this is the other thing. I have to say, a couple of days ago, I was watching Joy Reid, and she gets on my nerves sometimes, but she's really the only one I've heard recently, and at all, frankly, that will call out Republicans when they're talking about Democrat Party and things like that. But she also, one thing that she did that I have to give her credit for is when they were what were they doing? They were playing some clips from the January 6th hearing, and Cassidy Hutchinson, when Cassidy Hutchinson, as great as she was during the January 6th hearing, let's not forget, she was a Republican. She worked for this turd. And they asked her, she said something about how she was proud of the accomplishments. She was proud of what they had accomplished, but now, they're all this overthrowing democracy she couldn't get with. And then they played another clip of someone else saying, I was proud, or I am proud of the things we accomplished in the Trump White House. And Joy Reid, to her credit, said that she asked what she specifically asked, well, what did he accomplish? And it was I'm trying to think who it was she was talking to. It was another Republican. It was like a Republican operative. And she said, well, what specifically are you proud of that he accomplished? Because everybody just keeps saying I'm proud of what we accomplished, but nobody's specific. And that's the big problem with the media. Well, I can't stand the corporate media on top of everything else. They never follow up. They never push back. They never ask for specifics. And I thought that was good. But more corporate media pundits need to do that. Well, what do you mean? You're proud of the work you've accomplished? Well, if that's the case, give me an example. What are you proud of? And the guy, he kind of stumbled about it, and he answered, the tax breaks. And as far as I remember, Joy Reid was like, yes, of course, the tax break. That's the only thing that they can point to, which is not tax breaks for the majority of Americans. Tax breaks and more tax giveaways to the rich. That's what Trump did. And anybody else who, is in the working class, if you are the 80% of the American people who are living paycheck to paycheck, you got screwed. And the Republicans want to do it again. And not only do they want to screw this country, every which way but loose, they want to destroy it. They want to destroy it in the name of this fake ass Christianity, because they hate America. See, and they hate America almost as much as they hate Jesus. They really do. Oh, I got the receipts on that too. I'm sorry I'm making you look at this picture of Trump, but it's a good picture. It really is. I think this is the best picture of Trump I've ever seen. Really. Wow. Look at him. Look at the dead. The dead eyes, too. Wow. Look at how dead his eyes are. Wow. See, we've done the dead eye examination before. Ugh. Gross. Could you imagine being Melania? Oof. Oof. Wow. That's what you look like when you hate your country. Right? I think it's like the portrait of Dorian Gray, except they got the portraits mixed up. Ugh. Now show me another picture of Trump, like Rambo. Right? Show me another picture of him, slim, standing on top of a tank. Fucking bunch of pathetic followers. Oh my God. Yeah, this is the thing. They hate America. We know that. I got the receipts. Hold on a second. I'm trying to... Everything about... They hate America as much as they hate Jesus. Right? They really do. You know, like here's... Remember Donald Trump Jr.?
They're the ones that are controlled by the left. And that's because we have allowed it to happen. Right? That's why watching a group like this here means so much to me.
This is when he said that what has turned the other cheek done for us? What have we ever gotten? He was speaking at the Turning Point Action because they hate it. They hate America. They hate Jesus. They want to tell us how much they love Jesus, but everything that Jesus stood for, they hate.
I got my butt on a plane and flew all the way to the West Coast to speak for half an hour only to fly back.
Woohoo! I love the way he gives himself a pat on the back. This is why. And what's with the hands? Right? What's with this? This is why I got myself on a plane. And I got myself on a plane and I'm here speaking for an hour. Oh, fucking congratulate. Oh, wow. Wow, you had to work. What a loser. These people are losers. Born on third base, thinking they hit a triple, and we're all supposed to be like, they're such great businessmen. Well, the thing is, the United States isn't a business. And that whole bullshit about how we should be run like a business doesn't apply. It's not practical. It's not real. Businesses, they get to pick and choose inventory, but people aren't inventory. There's a whole swath of diversity. Some people are sick. Some people are young or old or it's like you can't just treat people and humanity and society like a business. It doesn't. And because it's not only doesn't work like that, it's also, it devalues humanity. There are more things in the world than money. Isn't that what Jesus told you? They're applauding him for getting on a plane and speaking to them for a half hour and then going back. You're our hero. They got some low expectations, these suckers.
We are the front line of freedom.
No, you're not. Freedom.
We are the front line of liberty.
The freedom and liberty to not read books, not marry who you want to marry, not get an abortion, right? They're the front line of freedom. Not be a Christian if you don't want to.
And if we band together, we can take on these institutions.
Together.
But we got to do it together.
Together.
Okay? That's where we've gone wrong for a long time. And I've, if you've been and seen me speak here, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. But guess what, folks? If we get together, they cannot cancel us all.
Oh, I hope we can.
They won't.
No, we will.
And this will be contrary to a lot of our beliefs, because I'd love not to have to participate in cancel culture. I'd love that it didn't exist. But as long as it does, folks, we better be playing the same game. Okay? We've been playing T-ball for half a century.
Oh, my.
While they're playing hardball and cheating.
Oh,
right?
yes, we cheat.
We've turned the other cheek, and I understand sort of the biblical reference.
You understand the biblical reference. Right out of the mouth of the Savior you pretend to worship. I understand the biblical reference, but, we're talking about, you got a new God now. You got a golden calf. It's not actually gold, it's gilded. It's like gilded shit, frankly, but there's a new sheriff in town.
Cheek, and I understand sort of the biblical reference.
Sort of, the biblical.
I understand the mentality.
The mentality.
But it's gotten us nothing. Okay? It's gotten us nothing. While we've ceded ground in every major institution in our country.
It's gotten us nothing. Oh my God. Yeah, they love Jesus though, right? I'm a Christian nationalist, they'll tell you. And let's go, Brandon. That's so very Christian of you. When the overwhelming majority of your fellow Americans in the country you pretend to love voted for Brandon. Brandon's having a pretty good year, I would think. These people get nothing for a con man. And, for electing a con man, for voting for a con man and putting him in the White House despite receiving fewer votes, they get nothing for it. In fact, they get worse than nothing. They get whatever little pittance stripped from them. They can't write off the mileage if they're truck drivers. They can't, if they're teachers, they can't write off the money they put out for school supplies, and any benefit that goes to the working class expires. There's an expiration date, 10 years, whereas the rich get to keep their ill-gotten gain forever and ever until we do something about it. Well, that goes to show you how much they hate you. Suckers. Unbelievable. Here, wait, hold on. Where is Marjorie Trader Greene? Oh, well, here's Marjorie Trader Greene talking about how she thinks Catholics are Satan.
What it is that Satan's controlling the church. The church is not doing its job.
She's talking about the Catholic Church. Satan is controlling the church.
And it's not adhering to the teachings of Christ. It's not adhering to...
Like you are? Can you believe these people? The Catholic Church, the billion Catholics on earth, everyone stop and listen to Marjorie Trader Greene. She's a Catholic, right? She's a Christian. So much so she's chanting, "Fuck Joe Biden." Because that's what you do when you're a grown-ass woman, member of Congress. And you also stand up in the during the State of the Union like a goddamn chimp and start jumping up and down like a fucking 2-year-old.
The Word of God says we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to live. And
really?
what they're doing by saying, living by we have to love these people and take care of these migrants. And
can you fucking believe her? You see? They hate Jesus. Am I wrong? They hate America. They hate Jesus. So everything they talk about, well, what do they love? They love control. They love authoritarianism. Because they're very scared. They are fearful, tiny people who can't live in a democracy because that's too scary, especially a diverse democracy. And that's why they have to turn everybody against each other. That's why they need to walk around with assault weapons. They can't go shopping. They can't go pick up, their whatever shit they're going to shove in their faces. They can't just go to the goddamn supermarket. It's unreal. And they have the nerve to call themselves Christians.
Take care of these migrants.
Listen to the way she says it with such venom. We're supposed to love. Who can do that?
What they're doing by saying, we have to love these people and take care of these migrants and love one another. This is loving one another. Yes, we are supposed to love one another, but their definition of what love one another means.
See, she caught herself.
Yes. We are supposed to love each other.
But what you saw, that glimpse, that's her. That's the real her.
What they're doing by saying, we have to love these people and take care of these migrants and love one another. This is loving one another. Yes, we are supposed to love one another, but their definition of what love one another means destroying our laws.
What law?
Complete.
Of course, no one will. Of course, she's speaking to a fellow fascist, so no one's ever going to ask her what she's talking about. What law?
Oh, we have to love. We have to love people.
In this nation of immigrants, we have to love the people who are seeking asylum. Just like a fucking Nazi, isn't she? The asylum laws we have in this country. Everybody who is presenting themselves at the border is doing it legally. Because we have laws in this country that say, that you can present yourself and seek asylum in the country. They were put in place after World War II when fascist Nazis like Marjorie Greene killed people who were different from them, and these laws we helped spearhead and enact so another Holocaust never happened again. But we have to love these. Who votes for these people? Who votes for them? How disgusting do you have to be to look at a bitch like her and pull the lever for her to check her? Oh yeah, that's who I want to represent me. How stupid do you have to be? How much of a hypocrite? How much of a phony do you have to be? How much of a fool?
We have to, but they want to overthrow our laws.
What law? Of course she has nothing. Because they are disgusting. You don't give people like this power. And I'm saying it again, we don't have a corner market on disgusting people here in the United States. But if you want a functioning society, civilization, government, you don't put disgusting people in power. It's unbelievable.
Perverting. You have to love these people and take care of these migrants and love one another. This is loving one another. Yes, we are supposed to love one another, but their definition of what love one another means,
what is it?
Means destroying our
really?
laws.
Like what?
It means completely perverting what our Constitution says.
What? Like what?
It means taking unreal advantage of the American taxpayer.
Tell us what the Constitution says, Miss Perjury. Tell us. Tell us all about how sedition, how about that? Taking an oath. And then on the third day, this bitch was sworn into Congress. She sought a pardon. What does that say? Who seeks a pardon?
Unreal advantage of the American taxpayer.
It's the stranger who's presenting themselves for asylum, trying to escape the failed states we helped create because of corporate greed. They're the ones who are taking unfair advantage of the taxpayer. You see what I'm saying? It's like the guy who's like, oh, food stamps. I saw somebody in McDonald's with food stamps, which I highly doubt. Not that it matters. Who cares? What do you effing care? You cranky old, crotchety old crackpots. Oh, I wish you were so perceptive about who's taking unfair advantage of the American taxpayer. Now, I wonder who that is. The same people who fund these pricks. You know who's taking unfair advantage of the American taxpayer? Perjury. Representative Perjury Trader Greene. All of them. All of these filthy fascist pricks who hate this country, who need to seek a pardon on their third day in office. They have to ask for a pardon. What do you need to be pardoned for on your third day in office, you dirtbag? Could you imagine, my God, if any Democrats ever behave like this? Could you imagine? Of course not. Oh, we have to love people. Who wants to do that? Fuck that. I'm Perjury Trader Greene. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Gross. We have to love. These liberals, they want us to love. We gotta love people seeking asylum. Ugh. But we can't do that because, they're taking advantage of our love. Who's taking advantage? You're looking well-fed, bitch. You get $170,000 a year to do a podcast and tweet lives and sell merchandise with Nazi slogans on it. You get $170,000 a year to build your brand, your Nazi brand. Freak. And you're getting paid, bitch. Oh, I know it. Thanks to this corrupt-ass money in politics. Vile. That they hate this country. Am I wrong? Of course not.
And it means pushing a globalist policy
like what?
On the American people
like
and
what?
Forcing America to become something that we are not supposed to be.
Like what? Like what? For anything, it's like a Rorschach test. They just throw out things. They're trying to force us to be something we're not supposed to be. Paint us the picture. Be specific. What are we not supposed to be? A constitutionally limited democratic republic nation of diverse, pluralistic people who aren't all Christian? Is that what we're supposed to be? We're not supposed to be that, right? What are we supposed to be? You want to be a nationalist, right? Oh yes, because you're Christian, you're a fake Christian, and you like the nation, supposedly. Except you hate everybody in it. Just about. You hate the majority. You hate people who aren't like you. You hate people who don't worship this fake sky spook. I don't know who would want to worship your sky spook. Because you got a pretty sick sky spook. Certainly not the person who said that when I was a stranger, you welcomed me. Oh, God, these people. You know what I hate about them? They talk about being born on third base, right? It's like born on third base in every way. Everything handed to her. She's another one. They're all a bunch of phonies. Handed everything. Like Trump handed everything. A trust fund brat who bankrupted his trust fund 5 times when his fucking father bailed him out. His Nazi father. Same thing. Perjury trader Greene. Her rich family funded her lifestyle where she didn't have to go to work. Where she can go work out at the gym every single day. That was her job. To do CrossFit. And then she can go pretend she's a businesswoman. Everything is a scam with these people. Because actually being what they pretend to be is too damn hard. Actually being Christian, that might require being somewhat decent. And they can't get there. They just can't muster it. Actually being a patriot might require some work on their part because they lack the fundamental maturity. So if they were patriotic, they would work on it. They would try to not be a bunch of racist Nazis. Everything that they pretend to be. It's like it's too much work to actually be that thing. So anybody who is that thing, they have to tear down. Oh, let's go, Brandon. Well, Brandon is doing a lot of work in spite of the Republican albatross around his neck. In spite of you monsters. What has Trump ever done? Except encourage Nazis walking in the streets, marching in the streets. Everything about they hate this country. They hate Jesus. They're not pro-life. I wish they were. Everything about them is a fraud. Jesus Christ. Let's go, Brandon. Here's Lauren Boebert, speaking of hating America.
The reason we had so many overreaching regulations in our nation is because the church complied.
And we need to get rid of.
I mean, what is that face? That rat face? Why are you so angry? She's another one. A fraud. Another fraud. As fraudulent as the day is long. All of them. A loser. A waste. A waste of space. A waste of air. Waste of human DNA. Her husband, they're always up Hunter Biden's ass. Hunter Biden shouldn't have a job on a board. What's he doing on this board? Getting paid. Well, what is Lauren banned from the bowling alley Bobert's husband doing on a board? An oil company making $450,000 a year. Except being bribed. Having a cushy no-show job for $500,000. Scums.
The church is supposed to direct the government. The government is not supposed to direct the church. That is not how our founding fathers intended it. And I'm tired of this.
I'm tired of it.
What are you tired of?
Tired of this separation of church and state junk that's not in the Constitution. It was in a stinking letter, and it means nothing like what they say it does.
No, bitch. Amen.
The reason we
you
had...
see what I mean? They know nothing about the history of this country because they hate it. They hate that we were founded as the antidote to people like her. That's just the truth. I know you hate that, bitch. As much as you hate Jesus, and you hate life, and you hate everything you pretend to be. My God. It's very scary times, guys. But they're so full of shit. Here's Tucker Carlson. He's a Christian, too.
I believe that people are not defined by their race, any race.
Yeah,
Black,
sure you
white,
do.
Asian, pick a race. People are defined, their value derives from A, the fact they were created by God. I believe that. Maybe you don't. I do. And B, by what they do, by the choices they make, by who they are. They have agency.
They have agency, right? I mean, when you're born on third base and you have a trust fund, when you're the heir to the Swanson fortune, what does it matter? I have agency. Not everybody is born. If you weren't born with a trust fund, you have agency. Go and marry a billionaire. Look at Melania. Marry at least a fake billionaire. These people, you see what I mean? Him. This Tucker Carlson fucker going on that. I believe, I'm not racist. I believe everyone was made in the image of God. Let's go, Brandon. Everyone's made in the... I can't even tell you what I was... Oh, shit. What happened? What happened? Did Tara Jr. just fall, honey? Come here. What happened, honey? I think he fell. Like he was sleeping. Did you fall out of bed? What happened, honey? I'll have to roll back the tape. I know, boo-boo. I know, boo-boo. You sit over here. Poor little honey. Oh my God, I have to roll the tape back and see. Did you fall? You were sleeping and then you fell. Is that what happened? Poor guy. I hate that. I hate when I fall out of bed. What was I saying? Oh boy. You have agency, little one. Oh my God, these people. Anyway, all right. Well, I guess I'll wrap it up there. Is he okay? Yeah, the producer's all right. But he did fall, right? Is that I wasn't watching. All I saw was the aftermath. He was just sitting there like, what happened? My little producer. It's okay, producer. You okay? Let's anyway, whatever. We'll talk more about this on Friday. Probably. It's already Wednesday. Oh, brother. You fell out of bed, honey. You feeling all right? You okay, right? You okay? All right, Bobo. You're a good boy. All right, listen up, listen up, listen up. Pookie's mama says, sometimes my 70-pound dog will fall out of bed. That must sound like a child. 70 pounds. That is a child. All right, my friends. I guess I should go and lay down and get unconscious. And maybe we'll meet back here. Yes, he slept through the entire show, but maybe you were dreaming about producing and he fell. So, all right, listen up, listen up. We have more to do, more to say. I could go on all night, as you know. But I'm going to go sleepy sleeps. And I want to thank Jim and Errol for your super chats tonight. I know. And if you can become a patron at patreon.com/TaraDevlin. That'll keep the show going and growing. And then, so you said, so he was stretching. Is that what happened? Ooh. He didn't hit his head? No. Oh, I missed it. I'll have to roll back the tape. So he was stretching and then he fell. He flipped over? Oh my goodness, honey. Are you? Oh, he seems okay. But he was like looking pretty stunned. I know. You were looking stunned, honey. All right, so listen up. Oh, thank you, Pookie's mama, for your super chat right under the radar. And remember, if you can, please become a patron at patreon.com/TaraDevlin. That'll keep the show going and growing. Thank you, Poppy Champlin, for coming on the show. Check out Poppy's website. Let me see. Poppy. I think it's Poppy Champlin. Let's see. Yes. It's, well, you can get there, poppychamplin.com or Poppycock Pro. Just go poppychamplin.com. And then Poppy, because Poppy has some comedy classes. She's a great teacher. Yes. And it's a lot of fun, her classes. Poppy's been on HBO, on Comics Unleashed, Showtime, Joan Rivers back in the day, and Oprah. Can you believe it? And Tarabuster. And also, let's see. Oh yeah, go to APS Radio News. Check out APS Radio News. Tarabuster is a new addition to the APS Radio News lineup, and I'm really proud and happy and honored to be part of the APS Radio News family. So thank you so much, and show your support, guys, if you can, by supporting APS Radio News. Because we will win. Oh, shit. Another effing... What is this shit? Another porn site being bombed. Isn't this insane? Is somebody unleashing these bots on us? I guess so. Who knows? I don't think like that. I'm too busy, making the world safe for democracy. But it goes to show you that how useless they are. It's like those prank calls I would get. And, this is what they do. We're out there trying to, ensure nobody dies without health care or needlessly dies without health care. And, they're making pranks to Tarabuster. Why? Because they have nothing. Jesus Louises. All right. Let's see. Report for unwanted sexually explicit material. Thank you. All right. Listen up, guys. So we will get back. That's right, Haiku. They are only happy if someone else is miserable. All right. Listen up. We will win. We are on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, and democracy. Right? Right? And my name is Tara Devlin. Thank you so much for hanging out. And let's meet back here on Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you soon.